rise and shine. Pour yourself a cup of coffee and tune in to Good Morning Aurora. News, weather, and really cool interviews. Monday through Friday from 8 to 9 a.m.
Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. The time is now 8:01 a.m. You're listening to Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. And hold on a second, because I know what y'all thinking. You're like, oh, man. Right. Got kind of scary yesterday. Your Facebook was down. It was down from like 10 a.m. to like 5. You know, y'all was wondering, what's going to happen? Are we going to tune in to Good Morning Aurora tomorrow? Oh, Lord, what we going to do? Don't worry about it. We here. We got you covered. And we were going to go live on YouTube anyway, or possibly TikTok. So we are here. And we have a special guest today. We have Mr. Luis Patino of ASR Tree Services. How are you?
Sir. Good, sir. Thank you guys for having me here.
Yeah, good to see you. This is Monica's first booking, so we'll hit the claps for that. That's what's up. Yeah. Greg Ellsbury is here. Good morning to you, Greg. So first of all, how you feeling this morning?
Great. Thank you.
Good.
Blessed to be here as well. Thank
Yep.
you guys for giving me the opportunity to be here.
Certainly, man. Certainly. This is a show where people come on and share what they're doing, their business, and you know, you guys are new to us.
Yes, sir.
So it's definitely good for everybody to get to know you guys. To start off with, tell us about ASR Tree Services. How did it start, and the history?
Pretty much my uncle, Angel Santillan, he's the one that started the business.
Okay.
And he needed somebody to help him pretty much run the business. So that's where I came in. I have a lot of experience in customer service. Been doing customer service since I was 16. So my part is pretty much taking care of my clients.
Okay.
You know?
All right.
From tree removal to trimming trees. That's what we main focus on.
Okay.
Because a lot of people don't maintenance the trees. You know, people don't think about, oh, I gotta, trim the tree down.
Right. They just let it grow.
Just grow. And it's just like a haircut. If you don't take care of your hair, it goes everywhere.
Right.
Just like a tree. If you don't take care of your tree, it just goes everywhere, and next thing you know, it's just overgrown and then starts falling apart.
Okay. So we're going to learn about trees today, y'all. We have trees. We have the news topics that you guys love. Tia is here. Good morning to you, Tia. Erica Patino, good morning. Ben Geller is here. Good morning. And John Schomer, good morning, all Aurora. That is correct. From the east side to the west side, North Aurora. We'll throw y'all in there, too. As a matter of fact, we'll even be nice. Oswego, what's up? How y'all doing out there in Oswego? Yeah, we'll get everybody today. We'll get them all today. So what does ASR stand for?
It's actually my uncle's initials.
Okay.
Angel Santillan.
Okay.
So, like I say, he's the founder of the company, and I'm just blessed to be part of it, It's a blessing that he's giving me this chance to grow the business and from the beginning. We started actually this business this year. He was working with another company prior to that, so that's how he learned all the procedures and about trees, and he was able to hire somebody that has more knowledge and more experience. We have guys that been doing this for over 20 years, so they're doing great. They're doing, like I said, a lot of removal, especially with all these storms that happened this past summer. A lot of trees fell,
right.
And sometimes you can't tell that the tree's bad until you actually physically go and look at it and check it out, see how it's growing, and if it's got any dead spots, especially on the trunk. If the trunk's starting to die out, it's gonna fall down, because that's what holds the whole structure of the tree.
Right.
That's the main part of the tree, and a lot of people don't know too much about trees unless you start actually doing research on it, And most people don't until the tree's falling apart.
Right.
Falling in their house, falling in the garage.
Then it's a problem.
Then it's a big problem. Big problem.
I'm going to ask you about some cases and everything like that, but you talk about the trunk being dead. Now, is that when you can like pull big chunks of bark off of it? Like, and it's that soft, porous kind of bark, right? Like a sponge? Is that when it starts to actually pretty much fall apart. It starts actually peeling off, and it doesn't grow anymore. It starts to actually, it doesn't have any green anymore, you know? Right.
When a tree grows, it has nice and green leaves and beautiful branches. And when they start to die out, you don't see anything growing. It's time to get somebody to check it out, you know?
Uh-oh.
And get at least some kind of expertise to look at it, and see if you need to either remove it or at least trim it down. Because at least, I mean, it is a big cost, to be honest. That's why a lot of people don't want to deal with it. But at the end of the day, you have to take care of it.
Right.
Because sometimes even the city gets involved. If there's a dead tree in your property and your neighbors start complaining about it, you're gonna get a citation, and they're gonna tell you you need to get rid of it, or we're gonna give you a citation for it. Had clients like that have called us an emergency that they need to get rid of it because they waited too long,
right,
to get the tree knocked down.
Damn.
So, I'm gonna give you an example. I had a client in Addison. He had 2 dead trees in his backyard. They were really close to the power lines, and so it was time to get rid of it before it falls on the power line. It's gonna knock the whole neighborhood's lights down.
It's gonna be like,
you know?
Instagram and Facebook yesterday. Like, damn, don't nothing work, Mom.
Exactly. Yeah. Where are the lights on? You know, my neighbor's tree just fell. You know.
Right.
So he had to get rid of them as soon as possible. So we took care of them. You know. Right before the deadline, they had to get rid of those trees, so he was really happy with us. Gave us 5 stars.
Was that the one on your Instagram?
I believe so. We have a couple. We have Google 5 stars. We have Google's. We have Angie's Home Advisor. We have 5 stars. So we've been doing really, really well.
Good.
Taking care of our clients, and I don't leave until they're happy. You know. If there's anything else I need to do for them, I will take care of them, because I want them to keep calling me for more business, and especially, you know, let their family members, friends, let them know that we did a great job, so I can get continuous work from them, you know?
I love it. Couldn't have said it better myself, my brother.
Thank you.
Casildo Casey Cuevas, good morning to you, dear friend of the show. Jennifer Ryan Mayton is here. Good morning, Jennifer. Oh, y'all, look at the chat. Look at all these great, wonderful people. I'm gonna like Casey's. Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit of our local stuff. If you're just tuning in, we are here with Luis Patino of ASR Tree Services. So yeah, I mean, I can't wait. I'm gonna go on Jeopardy. I can't wait till they ask me any tree question. I'm ready. What is the number one step you need to do when check your trunks? That's what you need to do. $10,000. Okay, so Monica, what's going on with the local news?
Saturday, October 30th from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., there will be a great and spooky Halloween party taking place at McCarty Mills, 140 South River Street. Food by Chef Alton, cupcakes by Anna's Custom Treats, best costume contest, and a book launch by our friends Victoria Hyla Maldonado and Dzhelasi. I even put like parentheses to see how to pronounce her name. I am so sorry for that. That's what's up. Come on out and support all of our local friends. Don't forget about the Citizens Police Academy, hosted by the Kane County Sheriff's Office. This free 10-week course provides first-hand knowledge on how policy works in our community. This is held Wednesdays from October 6th through December 15th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. You can register online by visiting this link, which I'll provide in the chat. October 8th is the date. Bridge Bash 2021 will be a great evening of outdoor fun. This will be from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the venue in downtown Aurora and beautiful Mundy Park. Consider a sponsorship for Bridge Bash 21. Sponsorship packages include free tickets for your friends, an exclusive free pre-event, and more. Visit the website at neighborproject.us to buy individual or couple tickets. Register to join us live or participate in our silent auction digitally at neighborproject.us or text Bridge Bash to 243725. Fun and fundraising all in one. Our outdoor live music celebration wouldn't be the same without you. And the sponsorship link will be provided in our chat.
And just like that, the news, there it is. Karina Suarez Darden, good morning to you. Anna Sierra of Anna's Custom Treats, good morning. Happy Tuesday. That is right. We're here with Luis Patino of ASR Tree Removal. Tree Services. Excuse me. So, what is, and this is something that, so my neighbor, all right, we got a fence between us. Great guy. Shout out to my neighbor. One day I'm looking up in his tree, and I just saw something that looked a little bit kooky, right? Yeah. Like I look at the side of his house all the time. Yeah. It's outside of my kitchen window right there. So the scene is just burned in my brain. It's the tree trunk, little leafy that I can see out the door window of my house, right? And then that's it. One day I look and I see like a branch the opposite way. And I think over one, so I let him know because, you know, we got kids. His kids are right there on the side and my son walks out. Come to find out, I told him, I was like, hey, look, I think there's a branch hanging. One of the recent storms knocked the branch or dislodged it or whatever, and it fell, but still in the tree. Yeah. And I was thinking like, holy cow, now this big ass branch is even closer to the ground. And one of his kids, so I let him know. And he pulled it out, and as he pulled it out, it started breaking off more and more. So the question I have is like, is that one of the dangers of not understanding or not caring for the trees? Is that the branches fall, but then still get stuck in?
Seen that before, yes, sir. Okay. Yeah, what happens, you know, the storms, and like I said before, if you don't maintenance your tree, maintaining is trimming it. You know, just like a haircut, you get a haircut to, you know, maintain yourself. You got to maintain your trees. Trim them up so they're going to be a little lighter. The wind flows through them a lot better, and they have a less chance of actually having branches break off.
Can you tell the type of tree just by looking at it?
Sometimes. Most of the time, if it's like a walnut or, you know, some are birch trees. Some are more common, but some of them are different species they bring from other places. So those are the ones we have to actually look up and then see what kind of tree it is if they want us to. Most of the time, the client already knows because they're the ones that bought it or planted it. But if they don't know, we usually just search it up and look it up and help them find out if they really want to know what kind of tree it is. But most of the time, they just want to get rid of it because it's a danger. So they don't care what tree it is. They're like, it's in the way. It's about to fall on my house. We need to get rid of it, you know, as soon as possible. How much is it going to cost, you know? Right. So that's about it. I mean, most people, they call just because they need to get rid of it or trim it up before it falls on their house or falls on their driveway or garages or, you know, because I love trees. I'm not going to lie. I love trees, but when they're too close to your home, that's a danger. You know, the roots start growing and they start going under the foundation, start cracking your basement. Also,
that happened to my neighbor. So my neighbor across the street, this dude, he has a huge yard, but he's got the ladder. He got like chainsaws and all that. So he does that with his tree. He cut down a tree in his yard already in the year I've been over here. But yeah, his driveway has a bump from the root of it, like a pronounced bump, like a huge mess up your car bump.
Exactly.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I said, I love trees. I'm a tree hugger myself, but sometimes you cannot have them near your house. Right. When clients ask, where should I put a tree? I tell them, away from your house. That's it. You know, shade's good, but I would say safety's number one. Safety's number one.
That's
your
right.
kid's safety, your safety. You could be walking and it's rainy, windy, and you don't manage your tree, it's going to fall. Like this past couple months, like those storms that happened, it happened to myself at my mother-in-law's house. I was over there and it was raining, windy, and all I heard is cracking noise. I'm like, where's this coming from? I hope it's not the house, you know, because it's an old house. And I look outside and I see her trees just literally falling apart. Fell in the driveway. The other part fell, it split in half. The other part fell on top of her gazebo. So I'm like, what the heck? Like, just as soon as I was walking to the back, to the back porch, I saw it literally happen. And we didn't notice it because it was rotting through the inside, And then sometimes you don't notice that it's rotting through the inside until it starts falling apart.
Right.
And that's when you're in trouble. You need to get rid of it ASAP.
Damn. So, a gazebo and a house are two different structures, but like, was the gazebo destroyed?
It was not. It was actually, thank God it was not, because that gazebo was built from my late father-in-law. He built it himself, and I would have been, or the family would have been devastated, because he built it. But thank God that it just scraped a little bit of the side. Okay. And I was able to just chop up the tree and get rid of it, get it out of the way. And thank God I didn't have my truck parked underneath the tree as well. I usually like parking there for the shade, but that day for some reason God told me, you better not park here.
Move the car.
Yeah, I actually parked it out front, and then an hour or two later is when I see the tree fall down. I was like, oh my God, that was like an instinct. And I was able to take care of that, clean it up, and then get rid of it.
How wide of a range does ASR service?
We actually go all the way from Samanak, Yorkville, Bristol, all the way to Elgin. Okay. South Elgin. Okay. And we go all the way to Addison, pretty much the whole Chicagoland area. We try to stay as close as possible, though, especially here in Aurora, because it's our home base, Aurora, Montgomery area. But anywhere within probably like 25 miles, 30-mile range radius we go. But we'll take care of any client, Okay. If they need our help, we're there to help you guys out.
Nice. All right, the time is 8:17 a.m. Bianca Camargo is here. Good morning, Bianca Camargo. Anna's Custom Treats, Bridge Bash. Yeah, you're going to be there. You are going to be there. Hey, you're in it. And Tracy Duran is here. Good morning, GAMS, GAMS, the Great American Morning Show, and happy Tuesday. So let's talk about you. So you're born and raised in Aurora?
Pretty much, yeah. I was living right here on the west side. Okay. Went to, all the West Aurora elementary schools, and then...
Another Blackhawk on the show. Okay, all right.
West Aurora. And then, but I have family in the east side too, so, okay. We're pretty much...
Got Aurora sold up.
Aurora. Aurora for life.
So where is ASR located?
We are located, actually, our home base is at my uncle's shop right here at... shout out to my uncle also, Angel Santillan. He owns Santis.
Angel, what up?
Santis Mufflers. Santis Mufflers right there on Lake Street, 1100 Lake Street.
Santis Mufflers.
Yeah, it's right there on Lake.
Uh-huh. Huh.
Right across the street from Nickery's.
Oh, that's your uncle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my uncle. He's the one
going and knocking on the door like, Angel!
Yeah, come on by. He'll take care of you also. He's a really smart guy. I'm really happy that, like I said, he's giving me a chance to work with them and start this business.
Good. Now, what's the cost of tree removal? And are there different levels? Is it based on the tree? How does that work?
Yes, sir. It depends on the tree. Where it's at, where it's located. Is it in the backyard? Is it accessible for us to get it? Is it right next to your home? Is it right next to power wires? Right. So it varies. The price does vary, how big the tree is and where it's located. Okay. So it just depends on where it's at.
Is there any tree too big for ASR to remove?
No, sir. Woo! We'll chop it up in pieces and take it with us. Get rid of it.
So I have seen like some of the biggest, roundest slices of trees. What happens to that? I mean, do you guys how does that work?
What we do is we pretty much, if the client does want a little bit of wood left, behind for them to use it for firewood, we definitely do that. We just cut it into sections for them, leave it on the side for them. But the rest actually goes to, it's like a yard where they mulch it up. Okay. They grind it down and then pretty much resell it for mulch.
Okay. Now, cutting down a tree, chainsaws of different sizes and everything like that. Is it a tedious process? And what's the biggest risk in it?
The biggest risk and the process. Well, the process is pretty simple. It looks simple, but actually it depends on the guy's got to know what he's doing, because when you cut a tree, you can't just cut it straight. It's got to have like angles. So it's pretty much a lot of geometry involved,
right? With
angles, where you want it to fall, and I mean it is a little bit of math. It's all math.
Damn.
A lot of math. So you got to be good at math, all right? Geometry especially.
That's why I'm here giving you the news. People out there doing math like, all right, 2 + 2, do it this way, dog. I actually think that that's pretty fascinating. I watch some of those those logging shows, right? Yeah. You see those loggers up there in the Pacific Northwest and everything, and it's intense. It is intense when you're watching it. Like, holy cow, because it looks very dangerous.
It is dangerous.
And I don't think it's something that the actual everyday citizen thinks about. So you got any famous any special hits, any famous stories? Have you cut down a tree for like Michael Jordan or something like that?
Not yet. soon, and I'm hoping soon.
Right.
I mean, most of the clients is average people like us. Hopefully soon we'll get somebody famous like that.
Right.
But yeah, we've done some pretty hard jobs. Like I said, my client out there in Addison, his trees were like literally a couple feet away from the actual power lines.
Yeah.
So we had to be really, really careful with that, because any mistake can knock the whole neighborhood's power down. It would be in trouble,
Right.
So.
Now you mentioned, let me remember this correctly. You mentioned that if a tree is in a person's yard or on their property and it becomes a nuisance, or I can't think of the term you use, the city will issue a citation, or the city may issue a citation, and that's any city, not just Aurora, right?
Yeah.
And then the property owner would have to get rid of the tree. My question is, why wouldn't the city get rid of the tree?
If it's in your yard, anything past the sidewalk towards your home is your responsibility, or in your backyard. Anything after around the street area, that's the city's. So they would have to take care of that. So if it's between the sidewalk and the street, that's a city property. They would have to take care of that issue if that tree's falling apart or needs to be a trimming. Usually the city takes care of that. And then anything after that, the owner would have to take care of it.
Wow, that seems kind of, I'm not in government or tree removal services, but that seems kind of unfair. You gotta, right?
I guess that's how it works, That's
I
how the
guess,
city works.
Yeah.
Anything between the sidewalk and the street is going to be the city's. They'll take care of it.
Hope you guys know that. Yeah, hope you guys know that out there. That's something to think about when you purchase a property or buy a home. You'd have to look into that. How old is that tree? Will it? How long am I going to be here? What's the deal? Oh, wow.
Didn't know that. Very true. Because myself, my previous home, I had the same issue. My tree was pretty old, and the previous owner didn't really take care of it, so I had to get it at least trimmed down. Because at the time I didn't have the money to remove the whole tree because I wanted to, but at least trim them down to make them lighter and last a little longer. You have a less possibility of the tree falling apart and hitting your home or something.
Right. So the house that I moved into, I could tell that the tree between me and my neighbor I was telling you about, it's enormous, it's huge, it's beautiful. But I looked up and I can tell that it has been trimmed, because you've got that thick branch and then boop, just stops, and now it's growing some little ones out there and everything. Man, I think that's pretty fascinating. So you don't do the tree cutting?
I do not.
Okay. How many tree cutters do you guys have? And is that the correct term for them, tree cutters?
Yeah, usually I have the climbers, because he actually climbs up there, or we have the bucket truck that he gets in the bucket truck, and it actually goes up in the top of the tree. But if we cannot put the truck right next to the tree or close to the tree, you'd have to climb up there and then start tying up the branches and bringing them down slowly and
carefully.
Tying up
the branches and bringing them down slowly.
Yeah, he ties them up, cuts them, and then we bring them down slowly with ropes.
Okay.
They tie them up, and little by little, we start cutting the tree, bringing it down little by little.
Whew. If you're like me right now listening to this, you're like, man, this is fascinating. I didn't even think about any of that. Holy cow. Watch out for your trees, folks. All right, Cindy Morales is here. Good morning. Aisha Saxon, good morning to you too as well. Let's do some more of the local stuff. Right now we'll go to a commercial with our friend Monica here.
The Aurora Noon Lions Club will hold their annual Candy Day fundraiser from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Friday, October 8th at Prisco's Family Market, 1108 Prairie Street in Aurora. Lions will give away mini Tootsie Pops and accept monetary donations to help the visually and hearing impaired. Aurora and Illinois Lions are among clubs in more than 15 states and Australia conducting Candy Day fundraisers. The fundraiser delivers more than 50% of total operating funds for the foundation. For more information, call 630-921-1301. Get ready for Trunk or Treat. Our Friends of Wesley United Methodist Church are holding this great celebration on Sunday, October 24th from 12:30 to 2:30 p.m. This will take place in the church parking lot at 14 North May Street. Volunteers will decorate vehicle trunks to dispense treats and trinkets. A prize will be awarded to the best decorated trunk. Save the date and come out for some fun. October 19th from 10 a.m. to noon will be a workshop titled Emerging from COVID-19 and Strategic Planning. November 10th from 10 a.m. to noon will be Leadership, Staff, Transitions, and Succession Planning. Both workshops are being hosted by our friends of the Dunham Foundation. The links have yet to be disseminated. Once they are, we will share.
That's right. That's right. No words. No words. Stepping over them. That is right. All right, you guys. If you're just tuning in, we are here with Mr. Luis Patino of ASR Tree Services, Aurora-based company, doing great work out there. And we're learning about trees. We're learning about safety. And we're learning about preempting disaster. So if a tree has fallen on a house after a storm and it's done that damage, are you the guys also who will remove it at that point as well?
Yes, sir. As soon as the client gives us a call, after they take care of the insurance, let them know that what happened. They'll call us and we'll go over there and start removing it, cut it down to pieces and take it away from the home. What's
the worst case of a tree fall that you've seen?
The worst one, I would say, my client out in Elgin. It smashed his whole garage, pretty much collapsed the whole garage right on top of it.
Gosh. Nature is amazing, isn't it?
It is.
Nature is like, our condolences go to the gentleman who lost his garage in Elgin. But nature is amazing. Like, people are thinking about plane crashes and violence in Chicago. Tree fall. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. When I watch storms, I like bad weather and all that kind of stuff, but you do get a sense of a little bit of dread when you do see the trees, these big, huge things swaying, and you're like, that doesn't look good.
Does not look good. You need to call somebody as soon as possible.
Yeah. So what kind of things do you guys do in between time of the tree removal? What's a typical day like for ASR in your role with the team and everything?
All right, so once we get the call, I go out there and do the estimate, talk to the client, see what needs to be done, and once we get the contract signed, we'll go over there and start working. We pretty much get to work right away, get it done as soon as possible. Okay. We don't waste any time. We just work hard, take care of the clients, whatever they need. If they need other work as well, we'll take care of it as well.
Other work? What's the other work?
Well, I mean, like if they need the tree stump after it gets cut. If they need it grinded down.
Okay.
We also offer that service as well.
Now, I'm glad you gave me the segue, because that's what I was that's kind of the only thing I've actually seen in my life, physically watched, like, that wasn't on TV. Like, that's the little machine with the cage, right? And then you dig it out. What's that machine called?
Well, this is the ones that we have is actually, it grinds it down. It's like a grinder, and it's after you cut a tree, it leaves a trunk. That's because with the chainsaw, you can't go all the way to the ground.
Right.
If the chainsaw grabs a little bit of dirt or grass, it will damage the chainsaw.
Right.
So what they do, they cut it as low as possible, and after that, then they would have to use a different machine that grinds down the stump to about, I would say about 12 inches underground, so it could kill the tree completely.
Mm-hmm.
So like that, it doesn't grow back. Because we've seen trees get cut, but they don't cut the trunk, and eventually another little tree starts growing.
Damn,
you know?
Nightmare on Elm Street with the tree. The tree that wouldn't die.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Now, when you do take out the stump, so you grind it down.
Yeah, they grind it down.
There has to be a thought about the removal of the roots, or what how does that happen? Because I've seen some holes in the big thing.
Yeah, what we do is we just grind it down, because if you actually start digging it out, it's way, way more work, because the roots grow, and then when it's a big tree, they grow really, really long. And if you try to dig the whole roots out, you're going to make a big hole on the client's yard. You don't want that.
Right.
So we have a machine. This machine just grinds the stump, the middle of it, pretty much the main of the tree.
Okay.
And pretty much grinds it down so it will kill it. It's not going to grow back.
I didn't see this in a residential area either. I saw this in a big open field in Michigan. So you're right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that was something completely different.
Yeah, out there, you could use an excavator and just dig the whole thing out. But in a lot around here, the city, you don't want to dig a big hole. There's pipes going underneath there for gas. There's pipes for water. If you dig too far down and you don't know where they're at, you're gonna be in big trouble.
Right.
Big, big trouble. And instead of making money, you're gonna lose money. We're in the business of making money, not losing money.
Right. Yeah. Oh man, Emily is here. Good morning, Emily. She says she needs a consultation on a couple trees that are bleeding out sap. All need trims too. Bleeding out sap. I know what sap is. That's the the sticky stuff that comes out of trees and everything. Trees kind of smell good though when you right. It's a nice.
Most do. Yeah, the pines smell pretty good if you like this pine smell. Mm-hmm. We knocked 4 pines. I think it was yesterday. Friday. We did Friday, and it actually smells pretty good. It smells like Christmas. This was like.
Yep.
Like Christmas.
Where was this at? It was here in Aurora?
No, it was actually on Elburn.
Elburn.
Yes.
Okay. What's the furthest you've gone?
Furthest, I think we went Addison.
Okay, Addison was the furthest?
Yeah, it just felt maybe it was the furthest because there was a lot of traffic on the way up there. It took me like an hour and a half to get there. But I think that would probably be the Elgin and Addison would probably be about the same time to get there.
Okay. With
traffic, but that's the furthest we've gone.
What do you like most about what you do?
What I like is pretty much dealing with the clients, meeting new people and taking care of their needs. That's what I like, making people happy. That's what I like doing.
Good. That's what we try to do.
Customer service.
That's what we try to do here on the show. Yeah, customer service. Now, what were you doing before your uncle tapped you to come into the business?
I was actually running a shop. I was running an automotive shop.
Okay.
And he needed my help, and then he was willing to work with my schedule, and I was like, let's do this, And he said there's a lot of potential in this business as well, You
don't seem like an automotive shop guy.
Really?
Nah. I like, after hearing you talk about trees and all this right now, like, I can't even picture you in a automotive shop. Like, I haven't been in a tree service removal shop either, but yeah. I can't picture talking to you about mufflers and all that. Like, you seem very comfortable and very very happy with what you're doing.
Thank you very much. Yeah, like I said, it was a blessing for him to give me that chance, and I didn't know too much about this business till I started. He started talking to me about it. I'm like, this sounds great. I want to do this. I want this opportunity.
Yeah.
And I ran an automotive shop for I would say I was 17, so yeah, about 20 years.
Wow.
20 years I've been running automotive. I went to school for automotive, UTI, graduated 2006.
Okay.
But it seems like there's more, like I said, more opportunity in this business, you know. It's opportunity to grow and possibly making this bigger.
Right. Now, from everything I've heard from you, pretty much the time is now 8:56 a.m. Everything I've heard from you pretty much so far has been residential customers. Do you ever have contracts or do work for city government and things like that?
Not yet. We just started this business this year, so we're hoping this next season.
Okay.
We're gonna expand.
That's right. You guys are brand new.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna expand. So definitely, it would be definitely a blessing if we could definitely get some more work from the city or other contracts. But so far with residential, we're doing great. We do commercial as well, like Walgreens or any other small businesses. We also do them. Like I said, we are on Angie's List and Home Advisor. So if a client needs any work, they usually contact us through them, and then I go meet them in person.
Okay.
You know, I call them, make the appointment, meet them in person. We talk about the project. We make a deal, sign the contract, and then I'll get a date set up for them to get the work done for them.
Right. If their credit card is declined, you just start put another tree there and glue it back together.
Yeah, I hope not. I hope they have the money before I go there. You know, be prepared for this project. You know,
Right. Okay, time is 8:37. Let's hit them with maybe like two more quick pieces of our local news, and then we'll get back to our discussion with our dear friend Luis Patino of ASR Tree Services.
Saturday, October 30th from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., there will be a great and spooky Halloween party taking place at McCarty Mills, 140 South River Street. I said this earlier today. Sorry, guys.
Remix.
October 15th, which is a Friday, will be a great night. Our friends of Mutual Ground will be hosting their black and white ball from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. at Hotel Arista, located at 2139 City Gate Lane in Naperville. Mutual Ground supports everyone. Because it's a black and white ball, all participants and guests must wear black and white or shades of black and white, including silver. To purchase tickets, the link will be provided in our chat. Fall Festival is happening October 23rd from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Come see what services are available to Kane County residents. Tons of organizations will be there, such as the Neighbor Project, Gin and Graham Art, World Relief, Family Focus, and Alive Aurora, sponsored by the Fox Valley Park District. State Senator Linda Holmes and State Representative Barbara Hernandez save the date. This event is free and open to the public. Please join the Aurora Area Interfaith Food Pantry for their virtual 40th birthday bash, Friday, October 8th from 5:30 to 10 p.m. Tickets are available at aurorafoodpantry.org/houseparty or mail your check to 1110 Jericho Road. Space is limited. I think this is a virtual party, so I don't think the tickets are relevant. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, once more. All right. So, Tracy Duran just gave us a good piece of information. She says for the Aurora Regional Fire Museum, beer, barbecue, music, and fire safety. Join us at Brother Trimp. Hold on. Oh my God. All right, you know what time it is, everybody. When we mess things up on this show, Luis, we have to sip it up. Sip it up. Sip it up, brother.
Sip it up.
Yeah. Cheers. Oh, community sip. That means let's all relax. Let's try that again. Join the Aurora Regional Fire Museum at Brother Chimp Brewing for a fire safety fundraiser in support of the Aurora Regional Fire Museum on Friday the 15th of October from 5 to 8 p.m. Brother Chimp Brewing is featuring their Helles Rockbler Burnout. Every pint of burnt out purchased, $1 will be donated to the Aurora Regional Fire Museum. Strawberries Barbecue will be serving food from 5 to 8 that day. Dave Coy will be playing from 5 to 8. We hope to see you there. Awesome. That's right. Very cool. Nice stuff. Good job to the Aurora Regional Fire Museum. All right, now, as you guys know, the time is 8:40 a.m. And every day except for Friday, this is the time where our wonderful staff member, Monica, now goes to continue her education. She is a student, a hard-working student. And we want to say thank you very much to Monica, and we hope that you have a fantastic day.
Thank you, Monica.
Oh boy, now that Monica's gone, let me get this. Oh gosh, let's get this together. All right, let's see here. Now it's gonna be me with the links and the news, people. See, it's the power of staff. Monica, have a wonderful day, friend.
You too.
All right, everybody. All right, we are back, you guys.
Thank you, Monica.
We are back. All right, so one of the last things that we kind of want to get from you before we do this is, I'm wondering, is there ever a situation, or has there ever been a situation that I mean, I heard you say that you have to assess where it's at, the tree, where it's at.
Yes, sir.
Power lines, all that kind of stuff. Is there no situation with which you would turn down a service as long as it's safe? Okay.
Yes, sir. As long as it's safe for...
And this is just a novice asking that question, so you know.
No, yeah, as long as it's safe for us to work. Also the weather. If it's lightning, I definitely don't want my crew out there up in the tree lightning, because lightning does strike trees.
Yes, it does.
A lot of times, I've seen it happen myself. Back in '96, there was a big flood here in Aurora. There's rain for like 3 days straight.
Yep.
Yeah, there was a tree that got hit right between my neighbor's house and my parents' house. Mm-hmm. And I actually saw that happen. It was the scariest thing ever. The whole house shook when the lightning hit the tree.
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty intense.
Damn. I couldn't even, that's pretty incredible. There was a video that went viral on like TikTok for a little while. I don't know if you saw it. It was a lightning hit a tree at like a cabin and split it in half. That was amazing.
I didn't see it, but I've witnessed it myself. Mm-hmm. And it's, like you said, Mother Nature is very powerful. Right. And
now, what kind of requirements do these guys have when they go up there? What do you need to? What certifications do you need for the climbers and the people who do the cutting?
I would say probably just experience. Okay. A lot of experience on climbing up to the trees, and just pretty much safety. They have to be tied up. They have to be tied up with secure. Right. Make sure that if they do slip or fall, you got something holding them, that they're not going to fall straight down to the ground. Right. So they definitely have to be tied up. Wear special boots that actually sticks into the tree.
Those
to climb
pleated
up there.
Boots?
No, there's some actual special climbing. They're like, I would say like kind of like boots. Okay. And they have like big sharp teeth on the side, so when he's climbing up, goes up, it helps him balance himself up there, and then you can, he's got the chainsaw next to him, so he's got to be pretty fit too. You can't be a weak person trying to climb a tree. You won't make it up the tree. You will not make it up the tree. You got to be fit.
You know what I'm thinking about, actually? I'm thinking about like a reality show where people were like, you think you can do this, and then people that talk smack, and those armchair tree cutters, like, why is he cut it that way? Okay, you try to get up there then.
Yeah, no, it's not to be honest, it's not an easy task. You have to be very, very knowledgeable. Like I said, a lot of geometry. You can't just cut straight. There's certain angles you got to cut, where you want the actual branch to fall, where you want the trunk to fall. You got to actually know what you're doing.
Does it always fall every single time when you want it to fall in that direction?
I would say 99% of the time.
Okay.
As long as it's not windy, because I'll definitely change the direction, you know?
Yeah.
You got to also put that into factor with the wind and everything.
So the listeners, before we started, I was telling you about like doing all this and everything that you can do this 100 times.
Yes, sir.
99 of them are great. But that one time, that one thing, the app has to update right when you get started or something like that. So yes. I do understand, but it's a little bit more in your job. It's way more serious that like, your best laid plans sometimes if something goes wrong, it could be serious.
Yeah.
It could be a real big issue.
It can, yeah.
Are you a family man?
Yes, sir.
Okay, tell me about your family. Big family?
Right now I got one 4-year-old.
Okay.
And one newborn. She's 4 weeks.
Oh, Congratulations. That's what's up.
Thank you. Shout out to my wife too, Erica Patino.
Shouts out.
Love her very much. Love my kids, Jeremiah, and our new baby, Gianna.
Okay. Congratulations, man. That's
Thank
good.
you, brother.
So have you had any mentors? I know your uncle got you into this business.
Mm-hmm.
But has there anybody else that you've been working with, kind of guiding and coaching, or has he been the one?
I would say he's the number one, to be honest. He's the one that got me in the business, is mentoring me to become the best in the business.
What made him want to go from, well, not from, he still does the automotive shop, right? The muffler shop over there by Nickery's.
Yes, sir.
What made him want to start this, though? Did he just wake up one day and said, you know what I want to do?
No, actually his clients that come in there to get their vehicles worked on, he just started asking questions about it and started getting more knowledge about it, and he's like, it's a good business to get into. He's a very smart guy, and he has multiple businesses, so
good.
He gets them started and gets people, involved and keeps them grow the business.
Right. What have you learned in this business that you probably learned a lot of things that you didn't know before. You weren't cutting trees or weren't in a business like this. Now you are in a business like this. But has there been one or a singular piece of information or knowledge that you've gained that was kind of like your light bulb moment, like aha? Yes,
because yes, we cut down trees and remove them,
mm-hmm.
but this business doesn't end there. If you actually have a yard where you could store the wood and let it dry for at least about a year, then that's where you can actually make it into wood and resell the wood. Resell it. Or you can also buy a big machine that grinds everything down and turns it into mulch.
Right.
Now you have mulch that you could sell,
Right.
So like I said, not just cutting the trees down is the business. There's a lot more that you can make out of this business.
Right.
Like reselling the mulch.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's no loss in this business. You're going to make profit of doing the job and disposing of the actual wood,
It's like a pig. Like you got carnitas, you got chicharron, you can do whatever you want.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You got like bad businesses on this one thing.
All it takes is a lot of money though, because these machines are expensive. Real expensive.
Right. Now
equipment is expensive.
Is there a, and again, this is all new. You are our very first guest in this industry, and I appreciate that very much. But
thank you, guys.
What is I just want a scenario. Like, what is the base price if I call you and I say you come out? I got a tree in my front. It's in the front yard.
Yeah.
Or excuse me, the backyard.
Backyard.
Because that would be city property in the front. It's in the backyard. There's nothing, within 150 feet of it. It's about 50 feet tall, needs to be cut down. What is the base price, probably, just to estimate? I know we're not standing outside of my yard and my tree looking at it, but what is the base about?
For something like that in the backyard, I can't bring the bucket truck back there. It's a little bit harder to bring everything down. It's going to take longer. I would say at least about 2,500.
2,500
For a big tree like that, yes.
Okay. Now that is the tree being removed, and do I get the stump ground down like we talked about as well?
Yes, sir.
In that price? Okay.
It depends on also how wide the trunk is.
Mm-hmm.
That would also vary on the actual grinding of the stump. But yeah, we'll definitely once we're there, we'll talk prices and we'll package everything in, and we'll make a deal. And once we make a deal, we'll get that done for you.
Nice.
Most of the time, I would say 90% of the time, we'll get it done within 1 day.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
We'll
now that's convenient.
Yes, sir.
Get it over and done with.
1 day.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. So I have the last pieces of information and news to deliver to you guys that Monica was doing. So I hope that you can bear with the brother as I try to do as good of a job as Monica does with the news. The time is now 8:51 a.m. Anna Custom Tree said, I got this. Thank you, Anna Sierra, you wonderful person, you. All right. If you want to get your learn on with your family and kids, and look no further than the Constituent Museum Card, presented by the Office of State Representative Barbara Hernandez. The card is free through October and will get you exclusive access to the Art Institute of Chicago and the Lincoln Park Zoo. The card can be used for groups of up to 4 people. For more information, give a call to their office at 630-270-1848 and let them know you heard about it on Good Morning Aurora. And once again, because I lost a bet over the weekend, we don't do sports on this show very much, but I have to honor the end of my bargain. Here's the upcoming Tomcat varsity football schedule. October 8th, 7:30 p.m. game at Larkin. Friday, I think Larkin's in Elgin, right? Larkin High School? I think that's Elgin.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Friday, October 15th, there is a 6:30 p.m. home game against West Chicago. And on October 22nd at 7:30 p.m., the Tomcats will be at Bartlett. Go Tomcats. Yeah. Aurora. Y'all better win, too.
Yes.
Don't have Bartlett on the news like, yeah, good morning, Roy. Your boys lost.
Oh, no.
Oh, man. All right. So the time is 8:52 a.m. Now, let's talk social media.
Yes, sir.
You're on Facebook,
Yes,
ASR.
sir.
You guys got Instagram.
Yes, sir.
Where else? You said Home Lister. Was it Home? Or it was Anna's, what was the site?
Oh, it's Angie's.
Angie's List.
And, yeah, Angie's List. We're on there.
Okay.
It used to be Home Advisor, so I guess they just merged.
Okay.
So it's Angie's and Home Advisor.
Okay.
So, yeah, you can find us there. You can find us, we got our own website, ASR Tree Service. And also, you can find us anywhere, to be honest. You can give me a call. My number is 630-998-6333. Give me a call directly. Text me.
This is radio. You got to say it back twice.
Yes, definitely. Give me a call. Lewis, ASR Tree Service. My number is 630-998-6333. Anytime.
There you go, right there.
Thank you.
All right. Tracy Duran says, Tomcats, the Clash has celebrated their 30th reunion over the weekend. Congratulations, Tracy. So what's next? What's next for ASR Tree Services, and what's next for you, Luis?
Next is expanding the business for next year. I'm hoping to get another crew going and get 2 crews working and getting more contracts with businesses and, hopefully getting with the city as well.
Yes.
If they need help, definitely we're there to help.
Okay.
Especially when big storms come, I know they get overwhelmed.
Right.
So we're definitely willing to help our community, our cities, the surrounding areas as well. I know that, like I was mentioning this past summer, there's a lot of storms that came down pretty hard on our community, especially Montgomery. Boulder Hill had a lot of trees fall, and they had no power for like 2 days. So we were out there working pretty much for a whole week, trying to help them get rid of these trees that fell on their driveways, on their homes, garages, and
you ever seen a tree that fell on like a fancy, expensive car, like a Ferrari or something like that. You ever seen that?
Not myself, but I've seen him on videos.
Me too.
Yeah. YouTube,
Right,
YouTube.
Right. I was looking at that like, damn, salty. That's crazy.
Hope they had insurance. Good insurance too. You know?
Right. Now, Lisa. You have a team member?
Yes.
Named Lisa. She's the secretary that you guys have, or I don't know, secretary, but
yeah, she's pretty much taking care of our promotions. Shout out to Lisa.
Shout out to Lisa.
Lisa,
yes,
thank you very much for bringing us here.
Yeah,
she's the one
Lisa
that got
connected us.
Yes, appreciate it.
Yeah. So I want to say before we go, the time is 8:55 a.m. I gotta say that you guys at ASR Tree Services, you make tree removal seem cool. So keep it up. I know that you guys are a new business and just getting your feet wet with this industry and all that kind of stuff, but keep it up because I think you guys are doing a good job and you make what has typically seemed, I mean, who's thinking about tree removal, right?
Yes, sir.
Nope, right? And who's thinking about that? You guys make it like cool and something to think about. So I like that you got this industry that a lot of people don't think about or even care about into the social media age, and you plug it in. I think that's really good. So
I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And it's like I said, it's a blessing to get into this business. And like I said, there's a lot of opportunity.
Right.
And we're here to help the community as well. You know, anything you need, tree removal, any advice, expertise, just give me a call again, 630-998-6333. I'm willing to help anytime, anybody. And I appreciate you guys. Good morning, Aurora. I appreciate you guys having me here.
No problem, brother.
It was awesome.
No problem.
It was great. And hopefully we'll come back again one day, you know?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Awesome.
I like to tell folks, man, don't think about part 2. You know, think about other things because we aim to be community news.
Yes, sir.
Not just, I had my interview. No. That's not how it works. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We aim to be like community news for everybody. So it's 8:57. Give you the last word. What's your message today for the people out there in Aurora on this Tuesday?
Everybody have a great day. Have a blessed day, and thank you for having me here. And like I said, just give me a call. And tree service is pretty cool, to be honest. When you're there, it is pretty intense. Every day that I go and see these people remove a tree, and I help them out a little bit here and there. I don't do the hard work too much. I try not to because then, get kind of dirty.
Right.
And scratches. You do get scratches sometimes. You got to wear the equipment.
Right.
And, I just appreciate everybody and then the community. And thank you very much again for having me here.
No problem, brother.
It was great. Time flew by real fast. This is the fastest hour.
Right.
It's over already.
Seriously, right.
So it was great. And, just everybody just stay safe and just be careful. Just take a look at your trees, and make sure that they're not breaking in pieces. And next thing you know, they fall in your yard or fall in your house or fall in your garage.
Right.
Or even your car.
Right. All right, guys. Well, we hope that you enjoyed this episode with Mr. Luis Patino of ASR Tree Services. Thank you to everybody who put this together. Thank you again to Lisa. Shouts out to your Uncle Angel.
Yep.
And a big thank you and a big shout out and a job well done to Monica. Hope that you guys all have a blessed, positive, wonderful day out there. If you need your tree removed, holler at Luis right here at ASR Tree Services. We will see you guys back here tomorrow for Buenos Dias, Aurora, the second largest city's first bilingual news podcast. Take care of yourself and each other.
Yes, sir. Thank you.